This episode from Driving With Gloves is about a famous Italian mid-engine sports car. It is about a street car with a black prancing horse on its yellow badge and with an incredible power output of at least 750 horses. Yes, this episode from Driving With Gloves is about a Ferrari 488 Spider Capristo.
Hi, my name is Cor and welcome to my channel, Driving With Gloves. I always drive with car gloves. Your question might be, why do I drive with gloves? And my answer is, why not?
In this episode from Driving With Gloves, I am in the south of Germany. To be more precise, I am in the north of the state of Bavaria. Bavaria is well known around the world because of its beautiful castles. The Oktoberfest, and what is even more important for us petrolheads, for BMW and Audi. But today I am visiting a company called Rudi Schaller, Metall Technik GmbH.
But why do I visit the Rudi Schaller Metall Technik GmbH factory? Well, on one hand, I always like to see and learn new things. On the other hand, the owner of the company, Andreas Schaller, drives a Ferrari 488 Spider Capristo. The company is in family hands in the third generation and was founded in 1924. The company is highly specialized in producing metal pipes, chromium plating and any kind of metal processing. And as I already said, the owner of the company in the third generation, Andreas Schaller, owns a Ferrari 488 Spider Capristo, and he is a real petrolhead, and he has a passion for Ferrari. But a normal Ferrari is not his thing, so he doesn't own a normal Ferrari 488 Spider. No, he owns a Ferrari 488 Spider Capristo, and this car has way over 750 PS.
Andreas is keen on horsepower, but the coolest thing is that he offered me to drive his Ferrari 488 Spider Capristo.
Look at these fantastic curves. The car is low and wide, and you see immediately that it is very fast, although it's only standing still.
But I can tell you, fast it is. The specs of this car are outrageous. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 3 seconds. A top speed way over 340 kilometers an hour. And I'm in luck because today is Sunday and I will drive this car afterwards on a German motorway. A motorway without any speed limits. So let's hope that there is not much traffic.
The mid-engine street sports cars of Ferrari have a long tradition, but if you look at the first generation of Ferrari mid-engine street sports cars, it was built by Ferrari, but it was actually no Ferrari but a Dino. In 1965 the Dino 206 GT was introduced on the Paris car show. 2 years later it went into production and it was produced between 1967 and 1969. It had a 6-cylinder engine with a capacity of only 2 liters. Only 152 were built. In 1969 they increased the engine capacity to 2.4 liters, so the car was now called 246 GT.
In 1972, the Spider version was introduced. the 246 GTS. And if you want to know why Ferrari uses the word Spider, then you have to watch my review about the Alfa Romeo Spider.
Yes, the heritage from this 488 Spider goes half a century back. After the Dino 246, the Dino 308 GT4 was introduced in 1974. In 1976, after 2 years of production, this car received the name Ferrari. But already in 1975, Ferrari had introduced another street car, in my opinion the real successor of the Dino 246 GTS, the Ferrari 3-Way GTS. The 3-Way GTS got well known by the American TV series in the 1980s Magnum PI. The 308 got a bigger engine and was then called 328. Later the 348 was released. The 355 followed after that.
They were all equipped with that lovely open-gated shifter and with the pop-up headlights. But the later 355 could also be optionally equipped with an F1 gearbox. With the 360 there was a big change because the pop-up headlights were gone. It was a big sales hit for Ferrari, because until now it's the best-selling Ferrari ever.
After the 360 to 430 arrived, it was the last mid-engine Ferrari you could have ordered with a manual gearbox, but not too many clients did. So unfortunately the manual gearbox was completely cancelled in the 458.
Until now, this series of mid-engine street sports cars from Ferrari were all natural aspirated, but not this one, because this one has a turbocharger. And although the name gives the impression that it has a 4.8 litre 8-cylinder engine, it isn't so, because it only has 3.9 litres. But does that really matter? Well, the Ferrari F40 had only an engine capacity of 2.9 litres, but nobody seems to complain about that. But why is it called 488 if it has only an engine capacity of 3.9 litres? Well, it's quite logical, because you have 8 cylinders and every cylinder has a capacity of 488 cc. So in total that's 3,904 cc. This was also used especially with the 12-cylinder engines in the past, like the 250 GTO. It has 250 cc per cylinder, so in the end it's a 3-litre engine.
And this is the 3.9 litre V8 all-aluminium dry-sump engine we are talking about. It is turbocharged with 2 parallel ball-bearing twin-scroll turbochargers and 2 air-to-air intercoolers. The turbine wheels are made of low-density titanium aluminide aluminium, often used in jet engines to reduce inertia and resist high temperatures within the turbochargers. The normal engine has a power output of 670 PS, but this one is tuned by Capristo and has at least a power output of 750 PS.
But now I stop talking to the camera, because I want to use the car as it was made for. Although I normally review classic cars with way less horsepower than than this car, because this one has way over 750 horsepower. The handling is absolutely perfect, it's outrageous. So it's engineering perfection, because it's amazing how it handles. So how is it possible that it handles that good?
It is possible because of the side slip control 2 system. If the SSC2 system senses oversteer, it automatically stiffens the front shock ray to induce some understeer and balance the car. Conversely, if understeer is detected, the front shocks are softened and the rear stiffened to get the car to rotate. Ferrari claims the SSC2 system, working with the latest generation of EDIF and F1 track systems, improves longitudinal acceleration out of the corners by 12%.
So this Ferrari is tremendously fast, and it is so easy to handle that you will never come to the limit of this car in normal traffic. So it is engineering perfection. On the other hand, I like old school cars because I'm now driving around 100 kilometers an hour, but I don't feel anything. So it is a bit like getting into a plane and flying, let's say, 800 kilometers an hour and you don't feel anything. So I would like to be the one who is in charge and not the car, and I have a bit of a feeling that I'm not doing anything because the electronics is doing everything for me. So that's the more or less disadvantage from this car.
Another disadvantage is when you have to fill petrol.
But although I'm a big fan of classic sports cars, I must admit that this is so tremendously cool. It's so fast, but it will get you into some trouble. I'm sure of that. So I'm glad that it is not my car, because I don't know if I could handle this problem. Thank you very much for watching this episode from Driving With Gloves, and I want to thank especially Andreas Schaller from the Rudi Schaller Metall Technik GmbH in Midwitz in Germany. And I hope that you liked this episode, so please thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Driving With Gloves. And it would be very nice if you would also click on the bell icon so you get informed, so you will get informed for every new episode from Driving With Gloves in the future. Thank you very much, and I see you soon in a new episode from Driving With Gloves.